Hello, guys. And today will hopefully be a normal. What is that light? What in the world is that? Okay. I guess I have an artificial sun now that shines brighter that it burned through my retinas. Sora, you're the one controlling the light, right? Okay, could you turn it down for a bit? Because it's starting to hurt my eyes. That's a bit too low, maybe a bit higher. Okay. That's a bit much. There we go. Great, yes, that's perfect. It'll definitely help with future ideas. Oh right, my announcement. So anyways, I got interrupted there for a second. I'm going to be making a new series. The last series was the Apocalypse series, which my Apocalypse series was, well, it was something. There were so many ideas I wanted to do, so many things I wanted to try, yet so little resources and time. But thanks to the power of school being out for a couple days, and me having sheer audacity for my own sleep, and the final superpower of this brand new light I have, thanks to a family friend, along with Sasha the Squid. Oh wait, no, I'm confusing it. That's not Sasha. I've been calling you the wrong name this whole time. Yeah, that's why I've been doing the grumbling until you realize my sister's, your Sasha is like on a honeymoon with the Kraken from down the road. Oh, well, I hope they have a good honeymoon. Yeah, they are. They went to go visit the Titanic. Really? Yeah. According to what they told me, they've been having really like a lot of fun. Oh yeah, okay, now I remembered your name. It was Oscar, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was Oscar. You finally remembered. I'm the one with the polka dots on the back on my forehead. Oh yeah. And then Sasha was the blue one, right? Yep. Okay. Now with that out of the way, I'd like to announce a brand new series I'm going to be working on. Due to recent events, and me needing to explain a lot more stuff about my characters now, I'm going to be hosting a small documentary series for every single character in the Hollow Earth. That means every obscure character, every well-known character, the ones I've explained in the past, and brand new ones with us in the present. I will try to go through them all and explain them to the best of my ability with all the updated canon that I have. All the episodes will be very long because, again, they're documentaries with every bit of information for the characters up to present day. 100% certain new stuff will be added to the lore. I mean, eventually, it's inevitable. But those would usually be like TLCs or slight altercations. And with it, for long-term fans who've been with me from my first channel, followed the migration to the second one, which is this one, and actually decided to painfully sit through every single video I've ever made. I thank you. I thank you very much. As for this shit show, it's very annoying. As I make this at 9 not 9 p.m., which is why I am so grateful for the light. This video is going to be a general update for all the new stuff I'm trying to do, and general quality of life changes. Yeah, so, the first update is new lore. A small tidbit of information, basically. I now have characters that are the strongest things in existence. Thanks to a previous edition no longer existing. I also now only have one friend. In the canon, we do not mention the other, or else I will no longer be able to see said friend. So me doing this now is quite a big risk, but I'm only doing this for this video because I need to explain things. So now, Dagon is the second strongest thing in the multiverse, I guess. If you compare it with the other god, with my friend's god, which is Mario A. And I'm pretty sure that's really it. Not much is known about his god, so we're not gonna mention him, as the only time he appeared in videos for my friend's god at all is in the 2 cameo episodes where I went over to his house. That being Junior's Crazy Babysitters and the Unexpected Trip episode for the Apocalypse series. Which, now that we're on topics of series, let us explain the new series that I'm going to be working on. Well, new series. As I've already tried to explain before, Dagon and Friends are just general episodes that don't really belong anywhere else. Basically, it's the series of Dagon and his buddies going and doing and, well, whatever they do. Ah, crap. Sorry, the light fell for a second. Anyways, unfortunately I'm unable to change the coloration of the light, but it adds a bit of vibrancy, I guess. Anyways, here are the series I'm going to try and work on the sidelines. Number 1, the documentary series. And I literally just explained it around the first half of the video. The documentary series is me explaining every single character in my lore and canon. Those who are not will probably either not be added or be used as canon fodder. And, well, yeah, that's really it. It's just info about all the obscure characters, the characters I plan to use but haven't been used yet, and others that I have explained in the past but have now been since outdated. The second series is going to be the Return of the Goliaths. Either that or it's going to be called the Return of the Kaiju/Titans. I don't know which one sounds better. Although this third name I might go with, the Return of the Ancient Ones. Because why not? And it sounds really cool. It'd basically be a return of iconic friends and allies or enemies of Dagon. And of course, for you viewers, this would be the introduction of more classic kaiju characters from Toho. And I might as well not spoil the kaiju too much, but you've already saw one that is going to be in this video, so I might as well show him again. Dagon's elder brother / crystalline horror mix, Space Dagon / Crystal Dagon. My take on Space Godzilla. Basically, after Dagon's fight with Void Ghidorah, or Well, not Void Ghidorah, that is the Great Elder's rival. Actually, hold on, give me a sec. So, the origin of him is very simple-ish compared to others. He is the result of a battle between Dagon and the one who is many, known as Ghidorah. As he flew off into space while chasing Mothra, who tried to lead him away from the planet for its own safety, as Ghidorah was about to explode due to reasons that I would explain in an upcoming series that I'm planning to do once I get pipe cleaners or money to either buy or make my own Ghidorah. Anyways, so during this, both Mothra's DNA due to previous wounds, Ghidorah's DNA due to him exploding, and Dagon's DNA, which was caught in the scales of Ghidorah after beating his ass, all mixed into one, fell into a crystal, which fell into a black hole, which then absorbed said black hole, and then ate 5 stars and 8 galaxies. Well, I mean, that would technically be like a lot of stars, and like 6 galaxies, and then 5 stars in our galaxy. So 6 galaxies plus 1, like 5 stars that he ate. Before reaching our planet, sensing someone else similar into DNA structure of him, and met Dagon, confusing him for a blood relative, most likely thinking he is the biological brother, when he's kind of a mutation / offshoot / kinda son of Dagon. Dagon usually sees him as a elder brother, despite him being relatively young compared to Dagon, due to him retaining memories of all 3 kaiju mixed into one, which is why he acted hostile toward Godzilla both Godzilla and Dagon at first. But once he got to know them, he acted more docile, but to anyone he does not trust, aggression is his first state of mind until proven innocent. Basically, he will beat you up until you are proven to be absolutely harmless to him. He controls the southwest and south side of the Hollow Earth, whilst Dagon controls the north and northeast. What goes on in northeast and southwest, well, for that matter, you'd have to go to another being that would come in the series, not in the inappropriate way. I know some of you are weird like that. This will appear in the form of an old friend of Godzilla and Dagon alike, one that looks like Hank, but kaiju form. One that looks like an ankylosaurid, mixed with a notosaurid, mixed with a kaiju. One known as Anguirus. Yes, we're bringing Anguirus here, but I'm gonna make him out of pipe cleaners because I don't want to go through the process of picking one that fits the description of my version of Anguirus, which would probably be similar to the singular point Anguirus, but a bit different and more animal-like, instead of fantasy horror bullshit. Like more bulkier, more ankylosaur-like, with a bit of dragon and porcupine in there as well. Quills, spikes, horns, and of course we're using his sonic scream as his main form of attack, because literally 98% of all the fantasy-like creatures that I have in my canon shoot some form of laser beam. For the Great Elder, it is the Immortal Strike laser. For Draconis, it's the Parasite beam. For Space Dagon / Crystal Dagon, it's lightning. For Dagon, it's Atomic Breath. For Dagotilis, it's a Spirit laser. Void Ghidorah shoots thousands of lightning strikes. Mothra has a healing laser. Rodan shoots a lava beam. So it'd be nice to change that up with, oh, instead of shooting a death laser at you, I'm gonna make you deaf in 5 seconds. That's basically what this does. Also, this production of making the video is going to be absolute shit. Why? Because I accidentally clicked on multiple things during the process due to it being late and cut it into 3 separate chunks. I'm addressing this now because it literally just happened a couple seconds ago. And God help you to figure out where the first one appeared. Anyways, the next series that I'm planning to do... Oh yeah, I should tell you the order. It would be the documentary series first, then the Return of the Titans, potentially. Or the Rise of the Ancient Ones, or whatever the hell I'm gonna call it. Next would be... Rise of the Titans would be a better name, because the next one was titled The Return of Monster Zero, and The Return of the Ancient Ones sounds a bit similar. Specifically the first part, the return part. And I don't want to use words over and over again for, like, the same word over and over and over again. So yeah, here are the other series. Again, The Return of Monster Zero is self-explanatory. I've been foreshadowing his return both through the Apocalypse series and, of course, going to be hinted through with the Rise of the Titans series. And then the series after that would involve Mechagodzilla, of course, because obvious reasons. But if you remember slightly, at the very end of the Apocalypse series, if you watched the entire video around the last second, the Great Elder One makes a tiny appearance. His series is actually in the documentary series, where our friend Oscar, yeah, how's it doing, is going to be narrating the entire series in a very pristine voice like this, as the Great Elder haunts the videotapes until it reaches his documentary, which would be the last one. I mean, yeah, it would be the last one. I was about to say we could make Void Ghidorah be the last one, so the Great Elder fights Void Ghidorah, but that would kind of be a bit off. But besides that, I haven't planned further than what comes after Mechagodzilla. So after Mechadagon, I haven't even decided like a name for the series for Mechadagon. I'm just mentioning either the main protagonist or the main character of said series. Yeah, so like the series I'm gonna plan after Mecha Dagon is probably going to be something that involves either some characters from the previous one, a new massive threat that you're gonna have to theorize what it is until I get it. Don't worry, it's gonna be in toy form. I made sure of that. Actually, scratch that. I have a better idea. One that will terrify you. I'm going to try and get a VR headset because, as I mentioned before, I'm a foster kid. And foster kids have it a bit hard, but I'm getting adopted, which is a very good thing. So, what am I planning to do? Well, my adoption therapist said, oh dear God, that's a bit bright. Please lower the brightness, there we go. Maybe, kind of like that. Actually, scratch that, like this. Anyways, so I might get a VR headset because I'm allowed to get one adoption gift, one or multiple adoption gifts depending on how expensive or how cheap they are. So I went for the one thing that I know I would probably never get anywhere else due to how expensive it is and how much I would have to work for it. Since the adoption's a big occasion, they would probably allow it. But if I tried this with, say, my birthday, Christmas, or literally anything else, I probably would never get it. So I'm taking my chances now as I see fit. Okay? You understand? Okay. I'm gonna do a potential series if I actually get it, because I also gave them a second option, a computer, so I could start a second channel for Dagon Gaming or something. I don't know why, I just feel like I want to. Anyways, if I do get the VR headset, I will make a series called Dagon Explores VR, where I would find a, well, the first episode would be me trying to find an avatar that actually looks like Dagon. Well, looks enough like Dagon. And of course, I will act like if it's Dagon being transported into this thing, and I would act as such for the entire thing. This, I'm just using Dagon to portray my voice. Anyways, so depending on what I get for my adoption gift, whether it be the VR headset or a computer setup with lots of money in order to get the games I need to start off the channel, would be, of course, a very hard but plausible feat, that is. If I could pull it off. So, what am I planning to do? Quite simple, actually. It just depends on which one I get. If I get the VR headset, I would do Dagon Explores VR, where Dagon would just go around harassing random people and asking for radioactive beer and beverages, and just being normal Dagon, as if this was a completely normal experience, just to see how people react. And I'd probably try to get a soundboard with it too, so I could represent Dagon getting hit with a nuclear bomb on his forehead. Just so I could go around the corner and be like, just play insert nuclear bomb explosion sound. He comes back and he's like brightly glowing. He says, "Well, damn it. Something dropped a nuclear bomb on my forehead again." And to just pull off the most funniest jokes ever. Or at least I'll try. And again, in addition to this, if I get a computer, I would start either a full second channel or an extension of mine, basically adding a second genre to it, where Dagon just plays a bunch of video games that I actually enjoy, like Jurassic World Evolution 2, Prehistoric Park, potentially others like Path of Titans, and Minecraft, just to name, well, basically all of it. But I hope for the VR headset because I could pull off a lot more funnier stuff with that one. And also a lot more funnier social interactions. As a big hulking lizard with PTSD of getting a bomb dropped on his forehead, my filthy primates wanders around wanting a drink of radioactive beer, which I find hilarious. Also, the narrative will be him trying to find another, either another Godzilla or... You know what, I think I know what type of goal he'd have. It's either going to be radioactive root beer or him just genuinely wanting to beat up a bunch of random people, and the series will go on as long as you guys like it. But that's all for the announcements. So I'm gonna screw off now. And have y'all a merry good night. Okay, Oscar, cut the power. That should show you how dark it is without the light. Anyways, goodbye.